Well, according to a recent study, N-95 surgical masks, specifically KF94 medical masks used for protection against the coronavirus, may expose people to dangerous levels of toxic chemicals. Researchers in South Korea found the chemical released by those masks had 8 times the recommended safety limit of toxic compounds. The study was published in the journal Ecotoxicology and Environmental Safety and on the National Institutes of Health website. We go now to Brittany Martinez, co-founder of Evie Magazine, which has been reporting on the COVID-19 pandemic from the beginning. Brittany, great to be with you. Thanks so much for coming on. A lot to discuss here, but first, I want to get your thoughts on that study.
Well, it's actually funny you say that. Rolling Stone actually did this really hilarious hit piece on us a few months ago. And one of the pieces I had an issue with was a piece we did on if are masks making people meaner. So it came out, obviously that masks haven't worked as well as people thought they did. And now, like, obviously with the paper straws, you're like absorbing more toxins. With the mask, you're absorbing more toxins. Like, it's not necessarily healthy for you, but people bought into it. And now it's like people are having all these health issues that could have been prevented.
Yeah, and I know that you say that you strive to back your editorial decisions with science and sound data. But as you mentioned, I mean, you did receive some criticism for your reporting. Why do you think that is? And what articles in particular spark controversy?
We did a piece on the vaccine influencing women's menstrual cycles, which at the time was this whole conspiracy theory. But, with science, you want hypotheses, you want to try to prove it. The science is constantly changing. And now it's come to fruition that the vaccine was actually influencing women's menstrual cycles. So we've actually been right about pretty much everything we report on with COVID. The lockdowns had little to no effect. We were the only women's magazine that I'm aware of that wasn't supporting the lockdowns from the beginning. And now we've seen a rise in depression, suicide, and all these mental health issues that we were hoping wouldn't end up happening that ended up happening.
Yeah, and you don't report just on COVID or the pandemic. Let's talk a little bit more about the magazine. It really is really different from most women's magazines. Talk to us more about that and how you are differentiating yourselves, and also why you call your publication The Future of Femininity.
Thank you so much for that. Well, for decades, women have been sold countless lies through the media, through magazines, through TV shows, Netflix, that they should just be taking the birth control pill without knowing about the side effects. They should engage in casual sex and hookup culture. They should be more like a man, put their career first, not care about having kids. And now women are more depressed and medicated than ever before in human history. So we want women to actually celebrate their femininity and give them the guidance to actually have happiness in a fulfilling life, which is what mainstream media said they would do under the guise of empowerment, but obviously it's unfortunately not the case.
Brittany, can you tell us, what your magazine offers that, say, other mainstream women's magazines don't?
We're always going to be truthful with you. Like, our magazine strives to promote truth and beauty. So right now there's been this whole issue of kind of this era of ugliness, this era of your truth, but not actually the truth. So no matter what, we want to strive to give women truth and beauty because we truly believe this can change the world.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit more about that. I mean, why specifically was this magazine founded?
We were founded because there was no other alternative for women. Like, women want emotional fulfillment and happiness, and there was no other publication saying, hey, it's okay if you want to be a mom, like, be a mom. Like, there was no other publication that is making monogamy look cool, making marriage look attractive. Everything's, into hookup culture or like do what thou wilt. It's not actually benefiting women. So we wanted to create a change in that way.
Yeah, and Brittany, I know that you guys have actually received a lot of pushback because of that. Talk to us about that.
About what specifically?
About some people saying that you are spreading disinformation about different subjects and maybe you're far right on some of the issues.
Oh, yeah. Well, our magazine isn't political at all. We're a lot more cultural. I don't think if you want to go to politics, go to a political site. But, now with the internet, it's like you're far right, whatever, if you work out, if you want to be healthy, if you say obesity isn't good for you, it's like a far right position. So I don't know. Everything is far right, apparently.
Brittany, talk to us about maybe some of the projects that you're working on right now for the magazine. I mean, where do you see it going in the future?
Yeah, right now we have subscriptions. So obviously, if you like us and support us, we'd love for you to subscribe. We have a print issue that we come out with yearly. It's really beautiful. It's more like a coffee table type book. And we're planning the current 2023 print issue, which should be out in the next couple of months. So I'm excited about that.
Great. What else would you like people to know about the magazine?
I would say go to evmagazine.com, subscribe, let us know your thoughts. We love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Most of our readers, I believe over 70% reported living a happier life after reading Evie Magazine. So I hope that more women read it and get inspired to live happier, more fulfilling lives.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Brittany, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. God bless.
God bless. Thank you so much.